Ladies and gentlemen, EE Powertalk episode 4. Here we are talking about entitlement and this generation of ours.
Gen Z. Mini Gen Z. Usiniambia bro. Unanishow. Kwani wewe ni nani wewe?
Hizo ni vitu za wazee wewe. By the way umepatana na hii nini? Comment wewe mzee.
Mimi kwanza unajua mimi like on social media most guys think I have like 15 children. Yati venye mi ubonga sky Gen Z na behave tu kama mtu kwa na miaka.
Uski wazee uniambia Elvis ni either budako ama ni brother yako ule mkubwa.
Honestly, let me tell you one thing. There is a thing I know that when you take responsibility of your life.
Correct.
For me, I've been raised by parents, two very strict parents. My mother is a principal. My father is a lecturer, retired. So, unajua discipline,
it's not a joke.
That one is not negotiable. So, I've been raised in a disciplinarian like household.
Yes.
And manners maketh man. Mimi story, like you see how people have discussions, like most of the things that I experience in my own life, I thank God I had a father and a mother.
Yeah.
Because zile mashida nili avoid by just having them in my life was good. But nowadays unakuta entitlement ya ma Gen Z. Oh, it's not giving. No, it's not giving, man.
It's not giving.
Giving. You know, especially even in the work environment.
Let me tell you something. There is something called the corporate world. That is the engine that runs everything. There are rules that you cannot protest. There are rules that you will never go to the street for. At the end of the day, there are rules that make the society. And in the corporate world, rules are rules.
Of course, and
my
you have
friend,
to follow them.
A value for value. If you are not valuable to my company, wewe and na Gen Z yako, and it's not giving, and it's your right. By the way, kuna watu wamezoea kusema it's my right. Unamuuliza, okay, right yako ni gani?
Even in employment, man. Like okay, you know,
things do not matter in the corporate world. If you want to enter in the corporate world, and I'm not saying that from a high point, is because I've been serving those people who are in the corporate world. I'm not talking here as a director of a company, but I've interacted with directors of companies in cross range. And the things they will tell you, you want me to employ you, but you want to be employed by your rules. You want us to operate by your rules. And you're entitled to money, quick money, at no value at all. I'd rather employ these people that you are calling millennials and hawajachanuka, but they are giving value to my company, and I can promote that person anytime.
Instantly. I think that's something we really need to be talking about. Junapata, we all want to be making some money.
Yes.
We all want a certain lifestyle.
Yes.
But people don't understand that money is a product of value.
Absolutely. It's a store of value.
It's a store of value, actually. Money is a store of value. When you offer value to someone, they will pay you for what you've done.
Absolutely.
You provide a solution, you get paid.
Yes.
And that's the reason as to why I'm always even saying, don't look for a job just because you want a job. Get a job because you're ready to work.
Yes.
Most of us don't want to work.
Yeah.
And honestly, that is the reason as to why you're finding every day. But then unajua kuna msee fulani, he told me realistically, me I'm done employing Gen Zs.
Yeah.
I am done. When someone realizes that it's getting too tough, no, they don't want it.
Yeah.
It's not in them. It's not giving.
Yeah.
So they would rather leave and quit. Now, I'm not saying that you have to vumilie mashida zote, but at the end of the day, you have to remember that there is one thing that we refer to as that personal initiative.
Yes.
People get promotions not because they actually just got the promotions, because they deserve it for what they've done.
Absolutely.
Going the extra mile.
Yes.
We are so entitled to an extent that we probably think that when I'm employed, I'm doing you I'm giving you, it's you're getting the benefits.
Yeah.
And I'm doing you just is it right?
A favor.
I'm doing you a favor.
It's a pleasure for you to have me.
Yeah. So please.
I've honored you.
Yeah. And all this is actually one of the things that you're not even understanding when it comes to the workplace. The workplace doesn't give a crap about what you think.
At the end of the day, it's the results.
I had one Gen Z was complaining about unaona hawa wase wenye mop floors kwa nini kwa ofisi.
Yes.
They probably use detergents.
Yes.
Alikuwa na complain that detergent is When I come in the morning, I can't. So the excuse for them being late in the morning is because of that.
Hey.
That it's not giving. It's not.
Kuna venye na feel.
Kuna venye na feel.
My health.
And you see this.
And utafutwa, you'll be fired. And Nyashuguta from Kisii mwenye amezoea harufu ya nini ya pesticide atakuja na ataifanya hiyo kazi yako.
Atafanya vizuri sana.
Na atadeliver more than you delivering. At the end of the day, mimi utetea wafanyikazi most of the time. I'm not for mistreatment and I'm not for workers being mistreated. But there are things that you're not supposed to be entitled for as long as you're working for somebody.
Exactly.
As long as it's someone's business you're playing around with, my friend, you either play by the rules or save them the trouble and leave that company. Now, we want to see results without really putting in the work. We want to start a media company and tomorrow we want to be ranked among the best in this country. Reason because we uploaded 2 videos na tukazipush ama tukaingililia mtu fulani. That is a mentality that will not only shorten your sight in things that you're supposed to be setting goals on, but also it will make you have the wrong interpretation of what success is. Success nowadays is being equated to the wrong things. And most people, because of the emergence of social media and how easy people are getting numbers in social medias and views and all that, they equate that to success. But when we look at the impact, why do you think people with less quote-unquote rich will be favored by some companies and you with your mega numbers? And by the way, that's a problem I've seen. Influencers, because they have many followers, they feel entitled to be getting endorsements.
Yeah. People forget it's not even about the followers.
It's not about the followers.
Jeez, no one gives a crap about your followers.
In fact, the quality of the followers.
Exactly.
I had a guy, I'm not going to mention names. He has like 14,000 followers, but he has a partnership with Samsung, like an annual contract with Samsung. Every time they are launching a new product in Kenya, they are going to use him.
Yeah.
Not that he has a lot of numbers, but the niche that he has,
what he's been able to carve for himself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And people are being here and entitled, I have 1 million followers. Why was I not?
Honestly, but that's another topic of discussion. Like, honestly, people don't really get to understand that we've moved so far away from the follower. It's not about the follower. It's about the quality. Of the can they buy? So you can imagine, even nowadays, it's very easy to buy fake followers.
Yeah,
it's very easy. You just need to probably talk to prop firms and they do something and you can have like those accounts that have all this.
Now imagine someone who thinks everything should work correct just because from an aspect of that entitlement, they believe everything should work properly for them. Such a person is running a page that has a lot of followers. They believe all good things should happen. Mandatory.
And they don't care. And I honestly, especially talking about the aspect of creators, majority of Kenyan creators happen to be young people, millennials and Gen Zs. We don't yet understand that it's not really about the numbers that you rake in terms of followers. I remember recently I was doing a job. I've done some gigs for some top tier companies in Kenya. And I was shocked at first. I was like, why did these companies come to me? And immediately after doing the marketing campaign, I approached the marketing director. I've approached like the marketing director and the influencers lead, because there was one time we were working as many influencers. And I was very interested. Why did you pick especially me to do that? Yet there is this other guy over here. He's almost doing the same stuff, but no, they said, wait. When you post a video and you get like 1,000 views, those are 1,000 authentic views.
Correct.
And out of those 1,000 authentic views,
Yes.
it's possible for us to actually penetrate and make them buy something from us.
Yes.
We also want to get something from your community.
Absolutely.
It's not about the numbers that you have. It's really about the quality of the numbers that you have,
Yeah.
and the quality of your content that could actually lead
Yes.
to some quality engagement
Yes.
and lead to some leads
Yes.
and probably translate into business.
Yes.
So the aspect of sitting entitled because you're a Gen Z, you're giving very good content, you're sharing
Yeah.
ideas.
I know technology.
Me I want Safaricom. Me I don't want any other company.
At the
This is
end
this
of
guy. This is this guy who was saying that he was invited to an interview. I don't want to mention which interview, and he was saying that me I was posted by Vibes Cartel. Why? You don't know me? I'm famous. You don't know me.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I was like, bro, did you even look at your house first before?
I look at the background that you
Did you look at the background, man? Okay, honestly, I'm not saying it's bad,
Mm.
but there's something you have to really get to understand. For me, I have been invited to events, and I've gone there for free.
Yes.
Someone, I recently invited some guys. So there's the business I'm actually the CEO of. It's called Creative Stores.
Yeah.
So Creative Stores is a platform for content creators to
Yes.
actually come and monetize their influence. And I said, I want to talk to a few creators and probably invite them to a quick session.
Yeah.
So I reached out to a few individuals. Bro, appearance 50,000. I was like, okay, thank you so much. And the person was like very authentic enough. Bro, me yangu ni 50 G's.
Entitlement in itself is a disease, and it's a mentality of thinking you deserve something you don't deserve. And we need to be an enterprising society, and teaching people how to understand that things don't just happen for the sake of happening. There is a due process to everything. There is no way you know whoever lied to you that you deserve anything is a very bad liar. Deserving is a very it's a heavy word to use on everything.
I deserve it.
I deserve. Okay, what have you done to deserve? You know, and it's also something we are seeing in the job market. Just because you've gotten degrees, you've studied, that is not the only thing that the market looks at. And you're gonna be frustrated if you think that is the only thing that the market wants. And if the only thing that you're providing is the bare minimum, because again, if we are to look at degrees, everyone has a degree. So that in itself does not make you deserve. You see, if we are to look at belonging to a certain generation, sisi ni Gen Z, tunajua mambo ya technology.
Tunajua stuff.
Every Gen Z
to show.
Every Gen Z knows technology. Does that mean you also deserve? So don't be entitled. You see, entitlement also, that's what brings conflict in families, because you have a person who believe you owe them something. Entitlement brings a mentality of victimhood, feeling every time like everyone else is taking away from you, not necessarily looking at what you've taken away from people in the days that you are in the process of being built. Now that you have that quote unquote freedom to tell your mind, you think now you can tell people what they owe you. From what? You see, mahali sisi tuko na deni, tunajuanga tuko na deni. And it is on record why we took that debt. So wewe, what do we owe the pleasure of you being entitled to that extent and saying we owe you something? What do we owe you? What do companies owe you? What do employers owe you? Now, we can say people owe you when you have provided value and you have not been properly compensated. That's a whole different case. But now telling people that they must create a space to accommodate now your entitlement, you're losing it. And once you start losing it, there is no way of saving you. because we are saving you from yourself, which that work belongs to you. There is no way we can save you from yourself. We can save you from an attack of a bear, or a lion, ama fisi. Zimetokea Juja nowadays.
Lakini Juja iko na fisi. Nizo watu wana hunt. That is why Zakayo is telling people not to kill nini hyenas.
Yes. Zimetokea nini uko Juja.
Of all the worst places, Juja. Si mastude wako na sherehe huko bana.
People are saying kuna mafisi Juja, if you get the joke.
kuna
so now, we can save you from wild animals, but we cannot save you from yourself.
So exactly. And I think that's the same thing with even employment.
Yeah.
I've seen these guys who probably think that umaisikia historia ya anko na auntie. Juu niko na anko yangu sijui ako mahali. Nikimaliza huku job. I'm telling you, mimi nitakuwa na job. Si anko yangu, si auntie yangu.
My uncles are politicians.
They are politicians. They know a certain MP. And a lot of people also get to have that entitlement because one, quote unquote, someone I know who does this and this and this and this is my relative.
Yeah.
So what do you think you can do to me? And ideally, I just came to learn that we all don't sit down and think that what can we do for our own selves? Yeah. In as much as I have this aunt of mine, who sijui anaambiwa ni nini, you don't have to rely on them. And that is why we are always getting angry with our relatives. Juu hajakupatia hiyo job ulikuwa unafikiria ukimaliza utapata. Maybe they promised you because they wanted you to study. Hakuwa anataka ukose kumaliza shule.
Ama alikuwa anataka kumaliza story. Bro, kuna story mingi sasa.
Hebu nitumie CV by the way. Nitumie CV. Now make sure. Unajua kwa ofisi yetu kila mtu anafaa kuwa na A. And probably your uncle is a storekeeper. Probably that guy or aunt of yours, labda ni ana servingi watu chai. And you see, I think this whole ideology pia that I have this and this, a relative of mine, you think that you are also entitled to be in the office that they are in. And again, most guys forget that they worked probably to be there.
Then again, you see, once you start interacting with the job market and realize that how some people got to some certain offices, you pause. Because they're not going to get you there. Themselves, they worked very, very hard. Probably sweat and tears in reality to have that job they have. Just because they have worked their way up there and they have some sort of influence, don't think they're going to make it easy for you.
Yeah, true. This is by the way. And I don't know why most guys don't want to do this. Like, why don't you work for yourself first?
There's a relative of mine who helped me a lot. At that time, I thought it was rude. But growing, and when I came to the city, I realized what he was saying actually meant a lot. He said, there is no contract anywhere that we should help you guys.
Absolutely.
Imeandikwa wapi lazima tuwasaidie. I felt the pinch.
Beba msalaba yako. In short, it's beba msalaba yako.
Beba msalaba yako. Now, when I came to the city, money does not grow on trees.
You have to work for it.
Just because the uncle is on the city doesn't mean he is printing money. Just because he has a vehicle, just because he has a house or anywhere, he also has things in life he needs to achieve
and problems he needs to solve.
Bro, mimi niko na shida ya 10k anko ako na shida ya 10 million.
Sasa hii 10k yako, how they will not even have time to think about
my friend kwenda huko
And that's why I also think that we all need to be taught how to be self-independent.
Absolutely.
And stop relying on relatives when you think we have problems.
Yes.
Like when you get sick, most of the people think that the first people who should be there is your family. But rarely is it your family. It's your friends.
Yeah.
Your close friends.
Yeah.
Your family is probably going to come in later. Ukidedi yenyewe familia itakuwa hapo.
Yeah.
Because these are the people you've been raised with. But most of the time when you have your own problems, it is your social circle that is probably going to come and help you.
Social skills are very important.
Same thing with business. Unakuta morio, someone is like, you're like, oh, I have opened this business.
Yeah. You
now expect, like, if I opened a supermarket, I should not start thinking of how all my relatives in Kenya should be coming there. Yeah, you see that entitlement we have, that sijui story ya hey, nimefungua biashara, so you're my cousin, please make sure umekuja hapa, you come and promote my business. We tend to forget that, wait, you didn't open a business for them, you opened for an economy.
Yes.
And that is why we always want to blame our relatives. Nilienda university, aliniambia nitafutia job, ikiliumana, it is so bad. You know, who first of all told you that these people should get you a job? Unajua watu wengi, most of us are really entitled, like to an extent you think that each and every family member, when you have a problem, they should be there to listen to your problems.
I think it comes with, again, age, because as for me, entitlement iliisha the moment when now I had to educate the siblings wenye wako nyuma yangu. Hey, things don't work the way you think they are working. And I had to breach that gap of information yenye hawa wenye wako juu yetu hawako wanatuambia. That's why probably I was entitled. I was entitled because the people who are ahead of me were not telling me how things work. You see? That's why I was like, okay, mbona nikiitisha 10k huna
na unaendesha gari ya 3 million
3 million unakuja na Range Rover Discovery unakosaje 10,000? 10,000 si mafuta yenye umeweka.
Si unipatia garau hata hiyo half.
Yes.
Like, and then if someone asked you, why should I give you that money?
No reason. Like, huna reason yoyote. Unataka tu pesa, ufeel uko na pesa.
Someone also told me that if you're a firstborn and you've made it, help your siblings and forget about it.
Yeah.
Don't think about them coming to help you. They will not.
They will not.
In fact, solve your problems. All right? Solve their problems.
Yes.
But solve your problems again.
Yeah.
Don't think about them coming to solve your own problems.
The formula I've adapted with that is educating now my siblings how things work. Like how money works, you know. Money, you get money, like you said, money is a store of value.
It's a store of value. Yes.
Value. After doing something valuable to someone. So when you see me not doing anything valuable to someone, I'm not getting money. So how do we now help each other lift this burden? Make you understand that the money that you feel entitled to does not come for free to me. I might have it, but the things that I'm thinking of are much greater and much bigger than that small problem you have manufactured, because entitlement comes with now manufacturing small problems that do not exist.
Exactly.
Bro, watu wanaenda road trip na misi end. Unaweza nikoseaje 5,000 bro? Naenda na nyuki.
Nadai kubuy iPhone. Na sayo probably the guy has a very good functioning phone.
Bro, unaweza uko mtaani bro. I'm like, okay. Wewe kutoka uamke asubuhi. Has anyone requested any service that you offer? Hapana bro. Aya, mimi kutoka jana na juzi hakuna mtu ameitisha service zangu.
Sina client. Na unataka nikupe do nikutolee wapi?
Now, ile do niko nayo siwezi kudanganya sina, iko. But ni kamera nitaongeza ingine ndio ni impress client wangu, ama ni wewe nitalipia road trip uende nini? Na nyuki. Emphasis on Nanyuki, sijui watu vijana wanapendea Nanyuki nini.
There's a time you see easy these loud matatus. One time I was heading to Embu. Ukiona hizo matatu, songa.
Yeah.
Songa, please songa, just leave. Because I remember one time I was almost hit by those guys. And man, mi hata kuna time najiulizanga, you guys, a matatu is moving at a speed of like 100 kilometers per hour. Yeah. Jamaa ametoa shingo hivi, mwingine ana hang. I'm like, you guys. Na nyinyi ndo baadaye mtakuja kusema, our relatives hate us. But you hate yourself to an extent. Mwingine anapanda. You see huku juu kwa carrier. Huku juu. Some guy is up there dancing. Wewe uko tu hapo umeshikilia roho hivi. And then that guy is going to go and insult the brother. Wewe hata unifanyangi anything wewe. Wewe hata unifanyi.
Let me tell you something about hate before we continue. If you love yourself sufficiently, your brain will never have any interpretation of what hate is.
Of course.
you love from you.
I think you need to repeat that again. If you love
if
yourself sufficiently.
yourself sufficiently, your mind will never have space to interpret what hate is. Hate comes from within. You'll never realize someone hates you for any reason if you haven't hated yourself for that same reason.
Exactly.
So when people call you out for something and you feel it's something that your brain has been prompting you to deal with it, and now someone has finally called it out. That's why you feel ish.
Yes.
But if you have admitted this is a problem, when someone calls you out, you're like, enyewe umenisaidia. Going back to the case of a relative who said, we have no contract anywhere to help you guys. Later, I came to realize what he meant is that there is an information deficit. You don't know how money is made. You're just entitled. Your interpretation of love is not what you think. By all means, you guys, anything that is basic for human survival, hakuna kitu yenye mnaweza sema like mnalalanga ja ama anything. At least there is an environment, a peaceful environment. Hakuna vita ya mashamba huku kwetu. Familia iko sawa.
Hakuna maumau kwa msitu.
Yes. We have provided a very good environment for you to thrive. Then it clicked. These people have control over their lives and they're prompting me to have control over my life.
Of course.
So from there, kitu inaitangwa entitlement nilichukua, nikaifunga kwa karatasi kadogo. Yangu haikuwa kubwa yenye inaweza toshia karatasi kubwa.
Ni unataka kununua hadi sneakers za 50,000.
Kuna there are new Nikes.
There are new Nikes and they are giving.
They are giving.
I need some.
Anyway,
we can close it up and say entitlement is a disease.
Is a disease. And if you don't treat it as a disease, ile hospitali yenye utakuwa admitted to,
ndi madhara zidhani watakuchukua.
It's a hospital called life. And there is a medicine called sympathy. That medicine, instead of curing you, it gives you more addiction. We have seen online, we have helped people, but they get addicted to sympathy. Anytime that source of help drains, they come with another sympathetic story.
Nifanyie, unajua.
Nifanyie.
It is done.
Now, that's EE Powertalk. My name is Eli, our Daddy Blessing. See you in the next one.
My name is Elvis. See you in the next one. Thank you.